Hi friends, welcome back to our CRUD operations with Post API series. Last few classes we have completed the front-end application using the React.js. Like we have completed this task like a get, post, put and delete. This task we have implemented this task using the this JSON placeholder APIs. This is the some website. In this, it is as a pre-built APIs like a post API, like post API, get API, and put API and delete API. But I'm going to create in this from this onwards, from this session onwards, I'm going to implement the my own APIs. Creation of the post and update the post, delete the post. I'm going to implement using the Node.js and Express.js technologies. Backend app using Node. You can write is a Node.js. Backend application using the Node.js and CRUD operations with Post API. For this, I'm going to implement the using the backend. Where I'm going to implement I'm going to implement these things in using the Node.js and Express.js frameworks. First, I'm going to create the project structure. Here, create the project. I'm there in the backend uh, backend backend CRUD project. If you see this pwd like present working directory, I'm in the backend CRUD application project folder or directory. If you want to see clear you can. Here I'm going to initialize the project using npm init -y. If you don't want to write the like all the things like a version and a project name and a description of this, if you don't want to write those things, you can use the hyphen y, or you can, if you want to mention the all the things like description, project name and version, and like keywords, if you want to mention, you can use the use this npm init. It is asking the package name. Package name is I'm leaving it backend CRUD application, or version I'm going to leave it 1.0.0, or description is a project of host APIs. Description entry point, I'm going to write the src like source directory src slash index.js. Next, test commands I'm not going to mention, and git repository also I'm going to leave. Keywords I'm going to mention Node.js and Express.js uh, and MongoDB. MongoDB or Mongoose and backend. I want to mention the backend keywords, and author is Chikri. Type the S. See, the package.json file is generated. If you observe here, first I'm going to install these two things. After while working on the one by one, after while working on this project, I'm going to install the one by one. The if you install this, the two folder, the one file and one folder will be generated, that is called node underscore modules. It contains the dependencies of this dependencies of the Express.js. Second one is the package log.json. It contains the peer dependencies. It contains the package log.json. It contains the dependencies and peer dependencies. Not only the peer dependencies, it going to log the version. If you see the package.json, there is a cap symbol like if you see this, there is a symbol is there. But if you go to the if you go to here package log.json, it contains the absolute like it is this if you take the version, if you want to search that keyword express here, if you see here version node underscore module express version, if you see this, it is showing the exact version of the Express.js like 4.2.1.1. This is the exact version, and it is also where is this pack it is also triggering the node underscore module slash package, like it is mentioning it. In this folder the Express is installed. Next, we are going to create one more some folders for application. For one more that folder is I'm going to create src folder. src folder. This is the source folder. In this folder, if you go to the, if you jump into the src folder, clear this. I'm going to create some folders like for I'm going to while doing the project, while doing the any project, not only this, we are going to segregate or we are going to separate our files according to the controllers and routes and other logics other logics so if you take that image upload and image the like email the in that case send email and image upload. In this case, we can take the utils or other folder like middleware is also there. There is a we are going to segregate into the middleware folder. For that, I'm going to create separate folder for the every each and every thing. If you take the, I'm going to take controllers for the my business logic, and I'm going to take the routes. Routes is for the it is going to take the where which logic you go which functionality or which function which method I'm going to route into the my API. Next one is a middlewares. In this project, I may use or may not be used according to the my project logic or my project structure. Next one is a models. Models means I'm going to create the schema in this model, like a schema for post schema or user schema. I'm going to create in this models. Next one is a utils. Utils, anything I forgot. Controllers, routes, middlewares, models, utils. Uh, okay, can enter. See, if you go to the src folder, the folders are generated like a controllers, middlewares, and models, and routes and utils. Or you can create them manually also. Click on this, and you can click here, and you can click give the name for that others. Others are images can create. I'm going to create one more folder here in the project level, like that is a public. This is the project. In this, if you go to the controller section, I'm going to create one controller for the initially, that is called health dot like health check dot controllers dot js. I'm going to create this file, and I'm going to leave in the next class or next session. I'm going to write the logic for the health check. Next, middlewares and models. Also, if you want to create the two models, I'm going to create post dot models.js. This is a post for the my post, send the post and create the post and update the post and get the post. For that, I'm going to create one model and one more. If you want to enhance your project, I'm going to use the users. This is users means I'm going to create for every user, like there is a separate post out there. If you want to make segregate, or you can go to separate that post, you can create the one user model also, user dot models.js. Models.js. Like routes also, here I'm going to create one route, like how here I'm going to create health check. Here also I'm going to create one health check dot route dot uh, routes.js. This one also I'm going to write later code logic part. And one more utils I'm going to write after later. And this in the src level, I'm going to create the first my index.js, or I'm going to create, it is easy to create the terminal here. Pwd, I'm in the src folder, src directory. Here I'm going to use touch command to create the files. Touch index.js and app.js and constants.js. Three files I'm going to create. Constants.js. These three files I'm going to create. If you see here, I have three files. my project structure is completed. It is the my project my backend project structure. If you see, uh, like there is a first my project contains the dependencies like Express and Mongoose I have installed, and later uh, like I have created the SRC. In that I have created the like some folders like controllers, middlewares, and models, and routes and utils. Utils I can call as others also, other folder also. In that I have created the three files. It is the like app.js and constant.js and index.js. This is the my folder structure or project structure. In this, in the later case, in the next session, we are going to make it as a connected to the MongoDB database using the Mongoose. Like Mongoose is a ORM tool, object relational mapping. There is a tool. Using this, we can write the schemas very easily and reliably. Hi friends, in this session, we are going to connect our project to MongoDB database. First, I'm going to my project, open my project, go to the app.js. First, I'm going to import the Express.js. Express, import Express from Express. Actually, I'm going to do before going to use this import and import Express from the Express in this package.json file. I'm going to use here type. I'm going to change here type is equals to module instead of the common JS. Actually, the Node.js supports only the this syntax like express equal to require this syntax, actually require syntax. But if you want to make it as available to the import syntax like ES66 syntax, you have to use the type column module. For that, if you know, you can write the import express from the express. Next, here const app equal to express. You can call this function. Next, export this app. Sorry, export this app. Come to the index.js here. Import that app from the /app, and you have to use the .js. You have to must and should use the .js extension and app.listen port number I'm giving here 8001, comma fallback function here I'm going to write server is running on port 8001. Server is running on the port 8001. Server is running on port 8001. If you want to run this application, you can use the node src/index.js. Server is running on the port 8001. If you want to access this, we have to write the some APIs or health check APIs. But before going to use that health check APIs, we have to do the connect first of DB. Then we are going to use the health check APIs. In the package.json, you have to must use, there is a script called there is a start script. Start src/node. We have to use this script in the command in the form of script node src/index.js. Here, if you want to run that script, if you want to use that script, npm run start. See, server is running on the port 8001. Now you have to use, I'm going to use the one port. Instead of this, I'm going to directly mention here 8001. I'm going to use the const port equal to 8001. 1. I'm going to change here and here also. 800, sorry, port, and here also I'm going to change port. Here you can use the backticks for for injecting the our dynamic variables. Yes, see, but here if you observe here, npm run start will be still in the server is running, but if you uh, we have changed, if you want to change this port to 80001 to 8800, like at 8000, see the still server is running on the port 8001. If you want to make it as a refresh or reload, you have to use once again terminate and run the server, like once again you have to npm run start. Let's see. Now server is running on the port 80. But every time you have to start and every time you have to stop and start is a difficult process. For that, we are going to use the one library called or package called NodeMon. I'm going to install that NodeMon in the dev dependencies. npm install or npm I hyphen save hyphen dev NodeMon. It is going to install in the dev dependencies. Dev dependencies means development dependencies. Here going to create here dev column NodeMon src slash index.js. Here instead of this node we have replaced with NodeMon npm run dev. My application is monitoring, is in the form of monitoring, like watching that. Actually it is a monitoring tool. NodeMon is a monitoring tool. When anywhere in the my application is change, we got the changes, the my this monitoring tool and watches, and it will going to refresh the like reload the application or rerun the application. If you see here, instead of this here, instead of 8080, I'm going to take 7662. If you once again save this application, server is running on the port 7662. Once again I'm here terminating, terminate here and create the new terminal. Here I'm going to install one more. Here if you see here, port number I have mentioned directly here, but instead of the mentioning here port number, I'm going to create one environmental variable for this. For that, I'm going to use, there is a package called .env and npm install .env I'm going to use. This package makes our variables or our constants make I'm going to wrap it into the variable file called .env file. We are going to mention our like constants or our secrets in the environmental variables, and I'm going to use that environmental variable in my application. For that, it is .env got helps. We are going to using this .env, we are going to access the environmental variable in my application. So for that, in the main project directory, I'm going to create one file called .env file. Here I'm going to create port equal to 6772, or you can take 7662. You can take this one also. If you want to access that port here, you have to in the index.js, here in the top of this import the .env from .env. Here .env config path of /env. We are mentioning the path of the .env file. Here if you take here here, instead of the taking directly, you can take the process.env port number, port, and in that case, if any case the port is not getting, if any case port is not there in my environmental variable, I'm going to use my alternative port is 8001. If you once again run the application npm run dev, see my port is my application is taking the environmental variable port, this 7662 port. Okay. 66 port. Come to the my db section. This in the src, click on the src, click on the click on the creation of the folder like a db. I'm mentioning the one folder called db creation. In this db folder, I'm going to create one file called index.js. Index.js. Here I'm going to write, first I'm going to import mongoose from the mongoose. I'm going to create const connect db. Connect db equal to asynchronous, here const connect db async and try catch block, or you can call it as a try catch statements also. In this catch statement, I'm going to log the error MongoDB connection failed, or error, or you can take the error, and you have to use terminate this process.env dot process.ex exit of one, process.exit of one. In this, I'm going to take the, before I'm going to writing the connection function, I'm going to take the one database from the mongodb.com. This is the cluster based database. We are using this database, online database, to my application, or you can use the local database also. Sign in. I'm going to signing in, login with my Gmail account. Here create one project, create a new project. I'm mentioning here Node.js project, Node.js project. Click on the next, click on the create project. No need membership and set permissions. Create project, click on the create project. In this project, I'm going to create a database, create a cluster. Here I'm going to mention the M0 or MO free, it is a free type. Here you can make it as a cluster 0. If you want to change, you can change here. I'm going to like a CRUD project, CRUD Pro project. Leave it the provider as AWS. Here change the region. Here I'm going to take the Mumbai region, Mumbai AP South one, and tax is no need, and create the deployment. Create the deployment, and here it is asking the create the database user or database credential. It is choose a here I'm not going to create this one. Here I'm going to create manually my username and password. For that, choose a connection method. Here first I have to take this one, but I'm going to canceling this option, and cluster is being created. Before creation, I'm going to take quick start, and here coming to here security quick start. Here to user and password, I'm going to connect with the user and password. I'm going to leave it my username as this one, or you can take the any name like crowd project, or you can take the YouTube user. YouTube user. Here I'm going to change my password as a create user. Then you can where you would like to connect from. I'm going to leave with my local environment or in a cloud environment. I'm going to leave with my local environment. Add the IP entries here. If you want to add the IP entries here, remove. I'm removing this one, and I'm going to add the new IP entries 0.0.0.0/0. Add this entry if you allow all IP, add entry. This IP will going to add the going to allow the uh, all the users and all the like anywhere from like any, like if you want to want to access the application, access the MongoDB, you can access from any IP address. Finish, and I'm going to uncheck this one and go to the overview. Cluster creation completed. Go to the database section. Database section here. Come to the connections. Here come to the here anywhere, you can click on this, or drivers you can use. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this one and done, and go to the my project. Go to the my environments. Again, I'm going to make it as a environment. Connection string, I'm going to take connection string, or MongoDB URI. You can take MongoDB URI. I'm going to pick this short name. You can take this, and I'm going to remove some things here. I'm going to remove these things, and I'm going to write my password also, and go to the index.db, like db/index.js, come to here, and in the constant file, file, here you have to export the this db name, database name, db name underscore name equal to, here I'm going to write the igraph. I'm going to make it as a my igraph, or you can take the any name. I'm going to take my database name as igraph, and if you come to here, my data db/index.js, here write the await mongoose dot connect. Here take the backticks process dot env dot mongodb uri slash db underscore name. It is coming from the constants.js. We take this constant.js. Later, after completion of this, you have to store into the uh, connection instance. I'm going to make it as a connection instance equal to this, and you have to console this console.log of MongoDB connection successful db host. If you want to mention the db host name, I'm going to take the connections instance dot connection dot host name, or host. If you want to take db name also, db name column connection instance dot connection dot name. It is a db name, database name. Here you have to export this, export default this name. Copy and paste here. Where I'm going to use this, you can in the index.js. First I'm going to connect my database, then I'm going to run the application. For that, connect db function, it is coming from the import connect db from db slash index.js, here db dot, then my connection is successfully got connected, my connection got successful. I'm going to run my application. In the failure case, I'm going to try to show this error, console.log of mongodb connection error. If you observe my terminal, or my bash terminal, see, I'm getting here MongoDB connection successful. DB host name is this one, like CRUD project, this something, and DB name is igraph. Here I have mentioned in the DB name, like in the constants file, I have mentioned here igraph. Server is running on the port 7662. My database connection got successfully connected. In this class, we are going to create a third-party files called asynchronous operations handling, and a response API handling, and error API handling. For that utils, I'm going to create first file. I'm going to create asynchronous handle to handle the asynchronous operation. In this, I'm going to implement the one function called asynchronous handler equal to, it will take the request handler as a function. It returns the one more function called request comma response comma next. two ways we are going to implement this inside function. One is a try catch, or another one is a promise resolve and catch. I'm going to handle first try catch. I'm going to show both of that, how the codes will look like. First, I'm going to implement try catch. In the try method, I'm going to call the request handler function. In this request handler, request comma response comma next. I'm going to transfer to handle this error into the error middleware. For that, I'm going to making this next of error. To use this function export, named export is equals to asynchronous handle. Next file is like API response.js. This is, in this we are going to take the one class. Instead of the function, I'm going to take the class. That is, class name is I'm going to name it as a same name of file name. First, I'm going to create constructor status code comma message of the message. Before message, I'm going to take data means if you take the user data, if you want to show the response of user data, like that is a data, like user data or post data, or like some data, like some user information to show in the response form, like message. This dot status code, I'm assigning these objects to the this, like this class. Next one is this dot data equal to data. Next, this dot message. I'm going to write here default message called success. Next, this dot success. Success means I'm going to write it. I'm going to show the boolean here. Boolean I'm going to generate using the status code less than or equal to 400. I'm going to export this one also using the named export called API response. Same like I'm going to show the error also, API error. I'm going to make it as a file name API error.js. Class name called API error. It will extends error. This class is extends from the error class. If you want to see the error class, what contents are there, there is a Node.js. Node.js is there. In the Node.js, run JavaScript everywhere. Here about docs. In this docs, there is a content called error. Here it is the after domain. There is a errors to handle the error messages. Like here, this error is a one class. In this contains the constructor and error dot cap stack trace and error track trace limit cause code. This is the error code. If you see this message, error dot message and error dot code, this contents is available in this error. I'm going to extending this class error constructor. I'm using as a same elements like a status code data data comma data. I'm not giving because of in the error message there is no data. Message is this something. I'm going to write the default message like something went wrong, something went wrong, like so, one more is like error, like error trace or errors. I'm going to show in the form of stack. This dot status code equal to status code. Before here I'm going to call the superclass. Superclass means like this, like superclass constructor, not superclass. This class constructor I'm going to pass as a message. This one. So if you see, observe this. Where is this constructor? Here new. It will takes the. I'm calling this new error like a. It will takes the message string. This class and this dot message equal to message. Message means like what? What is the cause of the message? or this dot errors equal to error. Okay, that's all friends. It is the error response, like a API error. And in the async handler, we can handle this async handler one more way: promise.resolve. In this I'm going to call, sorry, request handler. It takes the request comma response comma next, and then is a catch, dot catch. You can take like this also, dot catch will take the callback function is a error. Initially you can directly call the next function also, next of error. I'm going to, or you can use the try catch also, or you can use the promise based also, promise dot resolve or dot catch, or you can use the try catch also. Which one you are able to understand, that you can use that in your code. These things we are going to use while developing or while implementing this logic part, or we in the controller part. This response, this error, or this asynchronous handler, we are going to use in the while implementing the controllers or business logic. Last few classes we have completed the project structure for the node application and database connection, and we have done the some asynchronous operations like asynchronous files like a API error and API response, and asynchronous handle the asynchronous functionalities. In this session, we are going to write one small API called health check API. Using that, how to like whether the application is running the smoothly, or whether the application health is good or not. We are going to check using the health check API. Like in the while creating the project structure only, I have created the like controllers for the health check controller and health check route. In this, we are going to implement these two things. Before implementing these two things, we are going to write some of the middlewares, like common middlewares. Like first, I am going to install that middleware. First, go to the package.json. Whether the libraries are there or not, we are going to check. We are going to write that library is npm install course library. If you want to see this, what is the course library, you can go to the Chrome web browser and you can check the npm js.org. In this, you can check the course. Course means it is a one type of middleware. It will going to allow the front end application going to talk to the whether the our web application. It will going to like it is well middleware between the front end and back end application. Installation is completed. If you see in the dependencies also, the course is installed. If you go to the app.js, first import the course. Import course from import the course from course. If you don't know that this how to use this course, you can refer the here also. First import the course from the course, and then you can use like this. App.use course. In this, we are going to write some of the things like if you go to somewhat extend like origin, and this one origin we are going to take origin. We are going to take the process.env dot um, origin course, or course or underscore origin. We are going to take from the environmental variable. Like if you copy this name and go to the .env, here you can take the star means you can allow the all the IPs. Can allow the any IP address. It is also star means you can allow the any from anywhere that we can connect with this backend application. Next one is a credential. I'm going to defaultly making the true. If you want to see this, you can refer this documentation of the this course. It is a Node.js package for providing the connect/express middleware that can be used to enable the course with various options. Next one, I'm going to take the some common libraries, so common middlewares like that is a called app.use express.json express.json. Another one is app.use express dot express.url express dot URL encoded. In this we are going to take extended column not equal to column true. Next one, whether this app.use express dot static, like if you want to store the some static files like CSS files or HTML files like JavaScript, this one only. If you want to store that, you can use the some public folder or a public folder you can mention here. Next, there is a health check router. We are going to see the how to implement the health check. Go to first here health check, uh, import the asynchronous. We are going to handle using the asynchronous functionality. Asynchronous handler. Why it is not here? Handler dot slash uh, utils. Where is the utils folder? Utils slash asynchronous dot js. Don't forget to mention the .js extension. And next one is API response. API response from slash utils slash API response semicolon. Next we are going to write the health check equal to of asynchronous handle of request comma response. This is a functionality we are writing. In this we are going to write return response dot status code. We are going to write response dot status code as a status, not status code, status 200 .json. In this we are going to send the few things like what is that few things like we are going to actually call the API response. We are going to call this API response. What we have to send. If you want to see that, you can go to the utils API response.json. We are going to send three things, like here is a status code, data, message. Here these things we are going to send. Go to the here my new API response. This is a class. That's why we are going to use like new API response. First one is 200 is the my status code. Next one is a data. Data is my okay, or you can make it the success message also success. But I'm going to leave it a okay. And next one is a message. Next one is a message. Message is server running or successfully running. Export this. Export named export. I'm doing health check. Semicolon. Come to the it is completed. Okay, you can make it as a cancel and go to the my routes here. Come to here and here import. Here no need to import express. We are directly importing the router from the express. How to use this router? Like router will give the it is also we are going to call like a function, and it will give the some response. It will return uh, something that is a called router. We are naming as a router. Using this router we are going to create the routes, like router dot route of slash router dot route dot slash router dot route of inside this we are going to perform the my like my endpoint, or you can take the slash as a my endpoint, default endpoint. And here I'm taking the get method. It is a method. In this method we are going to we are going to pass the this which one, this health check controller dot this function we are going to pass. If you want to pass import health check from // controller / health check dot controller dot js, pass that health check into here and export this. Don't forget exporting. Export that default router. Export this as a default router. Come to my application, my app.js. Come to my app.js. You can to my app.js. Here imports here, import my health. Import my health router, health check router from dot slash dot slash routes slash health check dot routes dot js, health check router from the dot slash route slash health check dot routes. Then here you can perform the routes. Here you can take that routes. How to use that route means here you can use like a app.use, call that router app.use slash API slash v1, or you can take the defaultly like this also. uh, Default like this also. I'm taking that health check router, or you can take n number of routers like this. If you take slash health check or slash text or like I'm going to show that, you can take like this also. You can call same, like instead of calling here, you can call in the here. You can take like this same functionality, you can call using the different ways, like otherwise you can call like a text, or you can call here like a health check like this. You can call here. If you go to the for my health check API is completed, come here and run the application npm run. Go to the with npm run dev. Application is started. Okay, my application is running. My see, if we see MongoDB connection successful, and DB host column is a DB host name. This is a DB name. This server is running on the port number 7662. My server is running on the port number server 662. If you see, if you go to the .env file, see this port. If you go to my browser and go to hit the local host 7662. See my status code, I got the 200, data is okay, success message is health okay, and success is true. I forgot while writing the in the previous class, I have forgot here writing the this dot success message. This dot success equal to, I'm going to write using the status code. I'm going to leave it a default false. Means this is a error message. We can leave it a false also. Not required true. Not required check the boolean or not. Check this status code is greater than in between the 299 or 299 to 200 or not required. You can directly write the false. Go to the my web browser and once again hit the application. See status is okay 200, and message is health okay, data is okay, success is true. If you want to check this application in the Postman also, go to my workspace and create one collection. Here is I'm living with CRUD operation, CRUD Node.js, CRUD Node.js. I'm naming this one is a Node.js one. Okay, in this you can create one folder first for health check. Here in this health check folder, you can take the request. That request is a GET request. By default, it is a GET request only. Health check. I'm leaving it a health check test. Okay, can leave it. You can want to http:// localhost 7662. my port number is 7662. Send the this. If you want to see this once again, you can, or you can cancel this one also, no problem. If you once again send this, you can, we will get the we got the status code 200, data okay, message health okay, success is true. How browser we got like this. Same approach we got in the my Postman also. There is other APIs we have used in the, if you remove the, if you see in this slash test test, I'll check. We can test that one also. Slash test. If you send this, see, we got the same output. Like endpoint is different, but functionality, it is hitting the same functionality, but endpoints may be different here. Health check also you can test it. See, I'm removing these things, and or you can make it as a comment also, not no problem. But each and these three are hitting the same functionality, but this is routes are different. Like that this endpoint is different. If you hit this one, see, it will not better because of cannot get the slash help because of I made this as a comment. I made it as a comment. You can, if you want to hit this, you can use the directly root. See, status code 200, data okay, message is health okay, success is true. Previous sessions we have completed the project structure creation and database connection, and standardize the error response and um, error and response and asynchronous handle and health check logic. In this session 5, we are going to develop the models for post APIs. I'm going to my models folder. I'm going to create the file called post.models.js. In this, I'm going to import the mongoose from the mongoose. If you see in the DB connection, we have did the connection using the mongoose only. We have used the mongoose.connect. In this, we have passed the URL string, connection string as a argument. But here we are going to use this as a we are going to use the some more functionality in the mongoose, that is called schema and model. First, I'm going to use the schema, but I'm going to name it as a post schema equal to new mongoose.schema. In this, we are going to pass two things. One is a our actual struct schema, like what fields are required, like id field, title field and body field. It is the three fields are required, but in that there is a id field is not required, but because of the mongoose will automatically generate that field, we no need to mention the id field. That two fields are remaining two fields are required to mention. Title we can give in the form of directly like a string, or we can give in the form of object like this. In this, we are going to mention in this object, we are going to mention the type column string, and required, this field is required equal to mentioning the true. And second field is body field or news field. Type string and required true. In this field, we are going to mention like index column true. My schema is creation completed. Next, second one is timestamp. Like a timestamp is used to mentioning the, like a schema is created the, this post is created the in the which time, and updation, that there is a two fields will be generated using this timestamps column true. There is a one more is one thing is a created the post, like creation of the post, and one more is updation of the post. Creation of the post means that post is when the post is created. Updation of the post means like when the post is updated. In every time we are going to update this post means that update time will be changed. And if we create it, create time will be not be changed because of in the lifetime the post is created at the once only. That's why creation time is not changed. Only the update or modified time will be changed. There is a second one is like mod. Const post equals to mongoose. It is also coming from the mongoose only. Mongoose dot model. We are going to mention in the string like mongoose name. We are going to first my schema name we are going to mentioning. Second one is a schema. We are going to pass the schema. First one is post. I am going to mentioning. Second one is the post schema. Post schema. The schema I'm going to passing here, and the first field is like a post. But while it is executed, when it is executed, it is going to take like a post in the form of plural. If you want to export this, named export as a post, like that. Same one more model I'm going to create for. There is a models dot user dot models dot js. In this if you want to make it as our application like login and logout functionalities, or like login or registration or logout functionality, for that reason this user model will be useful. Like if you want to store that your application like store your user information, like who is your which user is getting the login, or which user getting the registration, which user taking the login. If you want to mention, you can use this user model. In this user model, I'm going to take first. I'm going to import mongoose from the mongoose const user schema new mongoose dot schema. Two things we are going to take. One is that first I'm going to take, sorry, it is object. First I'm going to take username. I'm mentioning the type string and required true, then lowercase. My user should be lowercase only. Then many properties are there in this user in this object we can use. Then index property true. Then unique user should be unique. Unique spelling is correct or not? We can check in the mongoose documentation. There is a mongoose documentation is available, like mongoose.com or mongoose.js. You can you get started. Mongoose. If you see mongoose documentation here, you can refer. You can read this mongoose and the schema. There is a many connections properties, schema properties, properties. Now schema properties. See, if you see this, it contains the required default select valid get and alias. These are the fields of the schema properties, like index unique parts. These are the according to the our field. There may be we can give our one property, or we can give we can make delete our one property. If you see this string, if it contains the string variable like a string field, there is a lowercase, uppercase, trim, match, enum, min length, max length, populate. These are the fields. These are the these are the properties for the string. If you take the number field, suppose my field is number. Suppose my field is number. Sorry, user name. So if my field is number property or integer property, it contains the min, max, enum, and populate. There is a some common there is a some common properties for the uh, common properties for the for our field every type. There is a call that is called the required, default, select. These are the common properties. These are the unique properties for the this string field and number field and date field. This is date field and object id field. These are the unique properties. There are the some common properties like required, default, select, valid, and the type also. One more is the type also. If you see here, this like this, like type equals to number, lowercase is 2, like this. We have given here lowercase 2. Like if you take one more email field, make sure that name should spelling must be correct. Correct. That's why uh, type I'm giving here string and required is true and lowercase string should be lowercase only and true and index I'm not okay, you can give the index true and unique true. Then there is a full name. If you want to take the full name from the user, you can take the full name also. Type string required true and lowercase lowercase not required, lowercase is not required. Index also should not be required, but full name maybe that full name maybe some are getting giving, some are will give the some other names also, like maybe match also. That's why I'm leaving with a two properties only, type and required. Then next one is a password field. Password field equal to type string I'm giving and required true. Here also I'm making the true. If you want to see these timestamps, what is the timestamp? My mouse is not working correctly. There is a, if you want to search here, timestamps, can refer here the documentation timestamp, Mongoose timestamps. If you Mongoose schema, suppose the timestamp option, if you set the true, Mongoose will add the two properties for our date type date to your schema, that is a created at. Sorry, I have misspelled in the few hours back. That is a called created at and updated at. If you read this, created at means a date represented when this document or when the post is created was created. Update that means when the date representing when this document was last updated. Last updated means when the updated time. This one is the updated time, this one is the created time. Created time means born time also, you can call it as. Mongoose will then set the created when the document is first inserted. This updated will, whenever you update the documentation using the save, update one or update many, this when we perform these operations, this update time will be modified. This created time will be only modified in the case of insertion only. This remaining operations will perform, this update time will be changed. I'm going to my schema, and if you want to give, you can give here also timestamp equal to true. If you have any doubt regarding this, you can refer this documentation or you can read this documentation carefully. Then after this, create the model. For I'm mentioning the user, const user equal to mongoose dot model of user, the form of string, and schema name. This schema name is I'm copying here the schema name. Spelling must be correct. If you give the any wrong spelling, this will throw a error. Export this, export as a named export. I'm exporting as a named export. I'm going to use this to I'm going to use this post model in the while writing the my logic part of post controller. In this session, we are going to implement the our post APIs. In this, I'm going to divide into the 4 types. One is the create post. Second one is get all post. Third one is update post and delete post. Fourth one is delete post. I'm going to my controller. Click on my controller. Here create one file called post.controllers.js. Here create the first import the utilities like asynchronous handle from the /utils slash async handler .js. Don't forget .js. Next, API response also coming from the same folder /utils slash API response and same error also. Import API error from /utils API error.js. And one more thing you have to import, we have to import that is called post. This one post model, post.model. This one using the named export only. We are going to use post from the slash model slash post.model.js. Next one, create the function using the create post equal to async handler function. In this, I'm going to create one more. In this, I'm going to pass the callback function request comma response to handle the this is a asynchronous function. In this, we are going to handle the promises. First, I'm going to get the data. Which data I'm going to get here? Request.body from request.body body title comma body. These two things we are going to get from the post while creation of the post. First, I'm going to check the post already exists using the title. Already exists using title. For that, I'm going to check post const post equal to await. This is a await operation. Post dot find one post dot find one. In this, I'm going to pass title equal to title column title, or you can leave it like this also, title column title, or you can leave it directly like this also. If this if, if post is not equal to null, means uh, it contains some data, like post contains some object or some data. This post is exited, we are going to throw some exceptions, throw some error. Here we are not call the exceptions, we are going to call the error. If suppose post contains some data, post contains some data, we are going to throw new API error. Here we are going to, in the API error we are going to, if you see the API error for API error file, here we are going to pass the status code and message and errors also. we are not going to pass this one, we are going to pass this two only, these two things only. Status code is 400, I am giving 400 is giving post already existed, post already existed. Then if the post is does not exist, suppose my post is not exist, I'm going to create the post. Const new post, const new post equal to await post dot create, post dot create. Here we are going to pass the title comma body, title comma body, or title column title, body column body also we can pass like this, title column title and body column body also we can pass, or we can leave it like this also, title comma body. It will going to check this. After this I'm going to check the first whether the post is created. Also now we are going to check for that. Post dot find by id, I'm going to check that new post dot underscore id, new post dot underscore id await. This is the await operation. I'm going to check, I'm going to const post created or created post equal to, we are going to check this. If this post is created, it will not produce the null. Actually this will give the, if you see here, it will give the this find, it will give the null, or this find by id is gives the null, or if the object is created, if object is created, it will give the, using this id it will give the object. But if the object is does not created, means it will give the undefined or null. Suppose this, the suppose here in this step the object is created, like post is created, post is created. In this step it will give the some post, some post or some object. But if the object is not created properly, it will give the, it will produce the null or undefined. For that we are going to check if not of created post, not of created post equal to, not of created post equal to, we are going to throw new API error, that is called 400 post creation failed, post creation failed, post creation failed. In this, after that, here if we got the null, we are going to throw the except and throw the error. But if the post is created properly, if the post is created properly, we are going to give the response, return response dot status of 201 dot json or dot json. Here we are going to new API response, new API response. In this API response, if you go to my API response, here we are going to pass the three things like a status code, data and message. Data means our actual data called, you can pass this one or you can pass this one, but I'm passing this one because of it contains the, after checking the, after finding the this one, we have got the proper data, actual data. I'm passing this one. Here we are going to pass 201 is the status code and created data, created post, not created data, and message post created, post created successfully, successfully, post created successfully. If you want to export, export as create post. Come to my routes folder. Here create the post.routes.js. I'm copying my code from here and health check and place it here and remove this one. Import the create post from the dot slash controller slash post dot controller dot js. Don't forget this, not comma, dot js, and remove this one and remove this one also, create post. This one is a not get method, this is the post method, and here you have to give the slash version slash post. And come to my index dot app.js, come to my app.js. Here imports, in the import section here have post router from dot slash routes slash post dot routes dot js. Here again app.use dot slash api slash v1 version, and here I'm going to pass the my post router. If you want to check this, come to my Postman, come to my CRUD Node.js project. Here create one folder called, I'm going to name it as a post. In this create one request. It is called as a create post. You can call as create hyphen post. I'm going to change it as a post method. Here http column slash slash localhost column slash slash localhost column 7662 slash API slash v1 slash post. Come to my body part, in the here click on the raw and change here to text to JSON. Here we have to give the two things. One is a title, the Avengers movie 2, and body part welcome to the Avengers movie. Welcome to the Avengers movie to watch 3 hours movie. Some content, some description I have given here. And if you click on the send button, see why it is not connected. Any error are there? Why this API error is coming from the slash utils? The request module does not provide a API error. Once come to which line we got this error, does not provide a named export. Maybe I did not exported that API error. Yes, export dot API error. Once check this all the utils. This one I have exported, this one I have exported. Okay, see, we have debugged. Okay, my app is running. Our responsibility is not writing the code. Our responsibility is to debug the code also. We have to find the error, and where the error is hitting, we have to solve the error also. In the companies, they will not force you to write the entire code. They will only debug the code. Like they will ask to find the errors and solve the errors mainly. Come to my application and come to my Postman, and go to the create post and click on the send button. See, my post is created. If you see, observe in this status code is 201, data ID, we have ID is generated automatically, title, body part, and created it, updated it, and message post created successfully, true. If we again, you have to create using the same name. Suppose I have changed, instead of this movie 2 and movie 3, I have changed the body part. If you click on the send button, see, send button, see, if you observe here, error post already created. Why? Because of like this, we are getting the HTML because of I did not return the any error message, any error, any standard error for uh, like showing the error messages properly. That's why my errors are showing like a in the form of HTML. In the next session of after the in the next session, maybe I will handle the errors also, how to handle using the middleware. If I change this, my Avenger movie 3 and click on the post again, see, one more post is created. If you want to see the all the post, we have to create the one more one controller, one more logic for uh, get all post. Session we are going to work on the update post. First, I'm going to create one function called update post equal to asynchronous handle function. In this, we are going to pass the callback function called request comma with parameters request comma response arrow function. First, I'm going to collect the body elements like title and my form elements like title and body from request.body. From request.body, I'm going to check whether the post is exist or not. For that, I'm going to write the check the post is already exist or not. Exist or not. Const post equal to await. This is a asynchronous function. This is a promise based API. That's why we are going to post dot find by ID. I'm going to pass the here. I'm going to one more to take the one more thing is a ID from request dot params. I'm going to show this how we will get the ID using the while testing the application. I'm going to pass this ID. Or you can call this as the post ID also. We are going to change according to the our requirement, either the ID or either the post ID. It is a as a it is a promised it is a promise based API. That's why we have used the await and async. Then we are going to check the condition. If not post, if not post means it will give the null means I'm going to throw a error. I'm going to throw new API error. I'm going to use this API error 404 post not found. 404 post not found. Post not found. If this API is if the API is if the suppose post is exist, if post is exist, I'm going to update my post. Post dot update sorry, post dot we can do update also, but we can do directly like this also. Find by ID and update. Find by ID and update. First argument is id, we are going to pass. Second argument is object of set title comma body, title comma body. And one more argument is like, third argument is new is true. New is true. New is true means if you did not mention this new column true means it will returns the old post. If you mention the new column true means it will give the while giving here updated post, it will give the new post. If you mention the new column true means it will give the new updated post. But if you should not mention this new column true means that if you not mention means it will give this post is updated, but it will give the old post title and body and id. That's why we are going to giving the new column true. We are going to check this updated post. Updated post, not of updated post means we are going to throw a error. Throw new API error 400 comma post updation failed. Updation failed. Post updation failed. If this, it will not throw an error. If it will not give the null, or it will give the some object. We are going to proceed with that. Return the response JSON. So you have to give the status 200.json of. In this we are going to pass the my API response, new API response of 40200 200 status code comma data we are going to pass like a updated data, this updated data comma we are going to pass message called post updated successfully, post updated successfully, post updated successfully. If you want to test this application, we are going to first do the export this updated update post, this one create post and update post, and come to my routes file here, router.route of dot slash post slash column id. Here we have mentioned the column id. Here if you mention here column id means here we are getting the in the update post function we are getting the id. If you mention the here instead of this id, if you mention this post id post like this means here also we are going to change into the every id we are going to change into the this capital id, this capital id. Here also we are going to change the automatically, here also we are going to change the capital id like this. Here here we are going to change the capital id, but I'm leaving with the id for simplification purpose. I'm leaving with the id. Here also I'm leaving with the id, and I'm going to call my put method. It is update method, that's why we are going to call the put method update post. Update post, we have it is auto completed, it is automatically imported the update post also from the post.controller.js file. If you go to the my postman, open the my here, not here, open my here post, here click on the one more request, update post, name it as update post, and change here to put method. We have used here put method, that's why we are going to change it to put method. uh, come to the my terminal, or you can run here new terminal. I'm in the my folder only. Here npm run dev. I'm running my application. Application is still running. See, MongoDB connection successful. We got the host name, MongoDB host name, and MongoDB database name. And we have got the server rise running on the port number 7662. First, we are going to create the one post here. Then I'm going to update with the post. Here, create the post called welcome to programming elements. Welcome to programming elements. Welcome to programming elements channel. It contains lot of technology stack to watch 3 plus 100 plus hours. Okay, if you want to create this, I'm going to send this post. See, post is created successfully. If you want to update this post, suppose if you want to update post, I'm copying my ID. I'm copying my ID and come to the update post. First, what is the folder? First, copy this URL, and then slash. Okay, copy this one. My mouse is not working properly. Copy this one and give the again one more body here. Change here, and I'm going to copy this one also. Copy this one also. Welcome to programming elements channel. I'm giving here channel, and here also I'm going to change channel. It contains lot of technical stack to watch 100 plus hours. I'm giving here 1000 plus hours. 1000 plus hours content. If you click on the send button, see post is updated. Here welcome to programming elements channel. Previously it is programming elements, but now it is updated to welcome to programming elements channel. A channel contains a lot of technical stack to watch 100 plus hours, 1000 plus hours content. See, if you see the update time and created time is if you see here compare, created time is same, but both the cases, but updated time is here it is 5:8. If you see here 3:44, it is changed. Updated time is changed. In the last few classes, we have completed the creation of the post and updation of the post. In this class, we are going to delete the post. First, I am going to take the one variable delete post equal to asynchronous handle of. I'm going to pass the callback function of with the request and response parameters. I'm using the async keyword also to handle the promises using the async and await key. First, I am going to take the ID. In the deletion of the post, it requires only the ID, post ID only, not requires other things. Because of using this ID only, we are going to delete the post. Here, how in the update post we have taken the ID request.params from the same, like we are going to take the ID also here request.params, and check the first post is exist or not. Post is available in the our MongoDB or not. For that, const post equal to, it is a await post dot find by ID of ID. We are going to pass the my ID, post ID. If this, it will give the null. If condition is satisfied, if this gives the null, means I'm going to throw a error, throw new API error of 404 post not available or not found. We are going to write the message called post is not found. In the other case, in the else case, the post is available, I'm going to delete the post dot find by ID and delete. In the previously we have used the update function, but here we are going to find by ID and delete this using the ID. We are going to pass only the one thing, only ID only. Using this ID, it will going to delete, and it is also gives the response deleted post equal to await. Don't forget to use the await keyword, because of it is a promise. And first check this whether the we are getting the deleted object or deleted post or not. First we are going to check the using the condition, if condition. If this not, it will give the null, means I'm going to throw a error, throw new API error of 400 comma post deletion failed, post deletion failed, post deletion failed. And in the other case, suppose my deleted post is deleted successfully, I'm going to return the response of response.status of 200.json of, I'm going to return new API response 200 of, I'm going to pass the my empty object, and I'm going to pass the message called post deleted successfully. Come to my here first, export this delete post, and come to my post.routes.js, and here first import the thing delete post, and here in the route section router.route of slash post slash column ID dot delete of delete post. Come to my Postman. After completion giving the routes, come to my Postman. Here in the post section, the post folder, click on the right click on this and add the request. Delete post. Name it as a delete post, and change the method to delete, and give the URL. Here in the update section, already I have a URL is existed. I'm going to copy this one, and click on here. See, send this. You click on the send button. Here we got the status code is 200, data is empty object. Because of my post is deleted, I am passing the empty object. Message is post deleted successfully, or success is true. If you give the, instead of the null, empty object, you can pass the null, or you can pass, if you want to pass the deleted post or deleted post information, you can pass that one also. According to your requirement, you can pass. In the last few classes, we have completed the creation of the post, updation of the post, and deletion of the post. In this class, we are going to get all the post. First, I'm going to write the const get all post equal to asynchronous handle of, in this course, we are in this function, we are going to pass the callback function. First, I'm going to take the list of the post equal to post dot find. It is a await. This is a promise, that's why we are using the async and await keywords. First, I'm going to check the whether my post contains at least one element or not. My post object. This is a form of list. This is form of in the array. It is a form of in the array like this. It contains. First, I'm going to check this whether it contains the at least one post or not. For that, length post dot length equal to 0. If this in this case I'm going to throw an exception, throw an error, throw new API error of 404 post not found. Post not found. Dot. If the post content, I'm going to return the response dot status of 200 dot JSON. In this, I'm going to pass the new API response 200 comma post available post, and I'm going to give the got all the posts, all posts. If you want to check, first I'm going to export this get all posts and come to the post.routes.js, and here router dot route slash post. In this I'm going to give the get method get all posts. It will automatically import the get all post semicolon, and come to my Postman. Here create the one request called get all post. Give the get method only. Give the get method only. HTTP column. Remove this one ID and give the HTTP column localhost column port number slash API slash v1 slash post. Save this and send the. We got the available posts. See, status code is 200. We got the in the place of data. We got the array in the form of list or array. You can call it as. See, I have available as the two posts. This is the post one. This is the post two. If you get only the one post, like while giving the post ID, you want only the single post. In that case, we are going to come to the my controller, close it this one, and create the get post. Get post, same asynchronous handle, async keyword with the callback function, request comma response. In this first acquire the ID. Request dot ID is coming from request dot params. Then check this whether the post is available or not. Check this first of whether the using this ID post is available or not. For that, post dot find by ID of ID. It is a asynchronous it is a promise. That's why we are going to use the await const post equal to await of post dot find by ID of ID. If it will give the null, if it gives the null, we are going to throw the error, throw new API error of 404 post not found or post does not exist. Post not found. In this, if the post is available, if this is we got the some object, we are going to return the response called return response of status of 200 dot JSON new API response of 200 comma post comma 200 comma post comma got single post, single post. Export this get post, for this get post, and come to the my routers. Here import the get post, get post. Create one more router. Here router dot route of slash post slash column ID of get. This is also get function only. Get single post, get post. Come to my Postman, create one more API, create one more request, get post, get hyphen post. Create here. I want to retrieve this post, retrieve this single post. The post title is the Avengers Movie 2. We will get the Avengers Movie 2, a body in welcome to Avengers Movie 2 with to watch 3 hours. Come to the my post, http column slash post slash id. Save this and send this post. See, if you observe the in previously we got the array of like list of objects, but here we got the single object. If you see here id we got title Avengers Movie 2 and welcome to Avengers Movie 2 to watch the 3 hours. And next, if you want to get the this one, you have to change the id, copy and replace with this id. See, Avengers Movie 3, welcome to Avengers Movie 3 to watch 3 hours. We have completed the get all post and get the single post. In this session, we are going to handle the errors using the error middleware. First, I am going to create one file in the middleware folder. File name I am giving the error.middlewares.js. In this, I am going to import. First, I am going to import two things like one is a mongoose, another one is a API error from dot slash util slash API error.js. Don't forget this extension and create the function. I'm going to name it as a error handler equal to function. I'm going to take this as the error function. In this function, it will take the 4 parameters. Error, comma, request, comma, response, comma, next parameters. In the first step, I'm going to take one let variable, let error equal to err. The second step, I'm going to first check the condition whether my error is a API error or mongoose error. I'm going to check first whether my error is a belongs to API error or mongoose error. Let's suppose it not belongs to API error. I'm going to take for this handling this mongoose error. I'm going to take the few variables like a status code and message. Using the status code and message, I'm going to create one object. I'm going to create one new object, new API error object, and I'm going to I'm going to return that object. First, I am going to write here not of error is instance of API error. Suppose it is a not instance of API error. I'm going to write a new object like using this. Suppose it is a not of API error, not instance. Suppose a error is a not instance of API error. I'm going to take the few variables like one is the status code equal to error dot status code. Error dot status code. Suppose it will not, error is not giving the status code. Suppose it will giving the null or undefined. I'm going to make it as a. I'm going to take the one conditional here. Error dot
Error is a instance of mongoose dot error. Suppose it is the instance of mongoose dot error. I am going to take the 400 error, or I am going to take 500. Suppose it is a not instance of mongoose dot. Suppose it is coming from the some internal server error. I am going to, that's why only I am going to make it as a 500. My status code is a 500. One more variable is the message. Const message equal to err dot message. Suppose I'm not getting here any message. Suppose I'm getting the internal error. Here I'm going to write the, for internal error I'm going to write the something went wrong. Semicolon. I'm going to create new API error. I'm going to create one new API error object using these two variables like a status code and status code comma message. One more thing I'm going to pass is a error dot errors. Suppose it will not give the anything, I'm going to pass the by default empty array. I'm going to assign this object to the error. Here in the, while displaying the response, I'm going to create, to display the response, I'm going to create here response object. In this I'm going to take the column dot error comma. I'm going to write here explicitly for showing the message column error dot message. One more thing also I'm going to show here dot like is a stack. Error stack means like where the error is coming, where the error is coming from. For actually, before going to show the message in, I'm going to show that message like a error stack in the uh, development environment only. For that only, I'm going to write here my environmental variable for a file .env file. I'm going to write here one variable called node.env equal to development or production. I'm going to write development. Here I'm going to write the condition called process.env dot node underscore env underscore env equal to triple equal to development. I'm going to show the error, sorry, stack column error of stack, error of stack, or you can call it the error also. I'm going to make it as the error dot stack. I'm going to return the response. Return response dot status error dot status error dot status dot JSON of response. Export this. Export the error handler. I'm going to use this in the app.js. Come to the my app.js file. After all the routes or below of the file, use this error handler. It is automatically imported. Like how we have used the middlewares like a app.json and app.url encoded. Same like we are going to use the error handler also to handle the error responses. Come to my Postman. Before coming here, first run the application. Actually, application is running, already running. Hello. before going to the Postman client, you have to run the application, then come to the here and CRUD Node.js project. Here post, create one request. Create one request called, I'm going to create post. Change the method to post request and HTTP column localhost. Actually, my server is running on the 7662 port number and API/v1/post. Here I'm going to create in the body part, in the raw section, click on the JSON and write one object title. This object consists of uh, two values. One is the title and one is the body. First Node.js request, comma, body part I'm going to give the first Node and Express.js request. If you click on the send button, see we got the 201 request post is created. If you see the response here, status code we got the 201, data we got the what we have given here like a title and body. With that I'm going to get the here one ID and created it and updated it and version also. And message, if you observe here, post created successfully and success message we got the true. If you want to see the error message like how we handle the errors, first come to the my app.js, first comment on this. I'm going to show without handling this error and with handling the errors. I'm going to show the what is the message, like how the message could be displayed here in the uh, while giving the response. If you give once again here, once again click on the this send button. Suppose see, I'm going to display the my message could be displayed like this. Like format is like a HTML format. HTML format. You will see here in the pre tag. You will see here error column post already existed and in the which line of the file. If you see here in the line of backend, it is the project name, this backend CRUD app src folder. In that src folder, in that controllers, in that post.controllers.js, that error is triggering. This error is coming from this line, this post.controller.js and 13 number line, 13 line. If you come to here and go to the my controllers part and post.controller here, in the line number 13, I'm getting the API error like a post already exists. This message is coming in the my response message. If you make uncomment this in the app.js dot, come to the my app.js file, you can uncomment and once again you can trigger the once again click on the send button. See, now the message format will be changed. Like previously it is HTML in the format, but it is now in the JSON format. See here also it is changed to JSON. See status code we got the 401 and error message should be post already created and uh, stack could be from the post.controller.js in the line number 30. If you want to show but once again without handling the error means you can comment this, one and comment this middleware and come here and click on the send button. See, this is a HTML format. If you observe here, this is here in the HTML format. If you uncomment this one and uncomment this one and uncomment this middleware and once again click on this send button, see the message format will be changed. This message format is coming from where? This utils folder. Utils folder is API error.js. This API error will give the standardized message format. You can include the some more things also like stack, or you can include the some more things, and you can display in the this format. You can display like this format. But for my application, it is required. This information is required like a status code, message, errors, and success. This is enough. That's why I have written the few parameters only. This API error and API response and async handler I have written in the third lecture. If you haven't seen that lecture, once see that lecture and come here. You will able to understand this API error message formatting. Previous class we have completed the error middleware, configuring the error middleware. In this class we are going to test the application, test the APIs, test the these all APIs like create creation of the post, get post, and update post, and delete post. In this session, we are going to test the application using the Postman client. First, before testing this, make sure that your application able to run. npm run. Yeah. Come to the open my Postman client. In this, create the one collection, empty collection. Click on this plus button and create the blank collection. Blank collection. Name it as a CRUD CRUD project, CRUD app for Post API. I'm going to name it as a CRUD app for Post API. In this project, I'm going to create first, I'm going to create the one folder here. That folder name, I'm going to name it as a health check, health check. In this folder, I'm going to create the one request, health check request, health check request. I'm going to leave it as a method is post get only. Sorry, get only. Here I'm going to write the HTTP column slash slash localhost column. What is the port number my application is running? Here my application is running with a 7662 7662 slash. What is the endpoint to handle the and then the hand check come to the app.js here to check the health of the application. We are using the slash only. If you go to the health check also, here also using the slash only. Come to the my postman, can leave it a slash and click on the send button. Send button. See, we got the some response like a success is true, message we got the health okay, data we got the okay, and status code we got the 200. This message is coming from the, I'm going to show that one also. This message is coming from the controllers of healthcheck.controller.js here. This message is coming from the here like 200 okay health okay. Create one more folder in CRUD app folder parallel to the health check folder. I'm going to name it as a post app. Post app. In this, I'm going to create the so many requests like a create post and update post and get delete post. I'm going to create first. I'm going to get all post. Get all post. I'm going to leave it as a get method name is a get only slash slash http column http column slash slash localhost column 7662 slash, let's come to the my project, come to my app.js here API slash v1 API slash v1 slash, come to the my post router. In this router, if you want to check the all the post means you have to give the slash post slash post. If you click on the send button, we will get the all the post available in the my database or my MongoDB NoSQL database. See, success is the true message. We got all posts. If you see here in the data section, here we getting the each and every post, like all the posts, like a ID, title, and body, and created it, updated it, and version. Same like all the posts we got. Whatever post available in my database or my NoSQL DB, all the post is getting using this get post. If you want only the single post, you have to. If you want only the get the only single post, say copy this ID, create one more request, add a request here, add request, get single post as get one post. I'm going to give the get one post. Here I'm going to leave it a method is get only this one also. Here http column slash slash localhost column localhost give the proper name local 7662 my port number API slash v1 slash here. If you observe the getting the single post, we have to give the slash post slash ID number slash post slash which ID number, this post ID number we have to give this. If we give this, give the ID and send the click on the send button. If you observe here status code we got the 200. Here we got the single post. In the previous, what is this? In the previous we got the only in the previous method we got the all the post, but here we got the here we got only single post using the ID, using this post ID. If you want only the if you want another post means you have to change the ID number. If you want this JavaScript application code, this one means you have to change this ID number slash post slash ID. If you click on this, see we got the ID number and title and body and created it and updated it. And message we got the got single post and success is a true. If you want to create the new post, if you want to create the new post, I'm going to create post, create one more method call, one more request call, create new post, and click on the here, change the method to HTTP method to post method, and here HTTP column slash slash localhost column 7662 slash post. Here in the in the body section in the body section in the raw section, click on the raw section. Here you have to change the json object. Here you have to give the title you have to give here. I'm going to give Java and JavaScript. I'm going to give some title. Java and JavaScript both are not same. In the body section, I'm going to give Java and JavaScript have some similar functionalities. Some similar functionalities. Save this and you click on the send button. See, cannot send, cannot post this. Why we got this message? Come here slash post. Okay, sorry, my API endpoint is wrong. API slash v1/post. If we click on the send button, see we got the post is created successfully. If you see here, success message true and message is post created successfully, and data we got the what title and body we given here. Same title and body we got, and ID is generated automatically by MongoDB or Mongoose, and we got the here we got that created at and updated time and date. If you want to check the post here in this get all post, you can click on this, click on the button, you can check here. See, Java and JavaScript both are not same, and JavaScript and Java and JavaScript has some similar functionalities. If you want to check this single post using here, change the ID number and click on the send button. See, Java and JavaScript both are not same, and Java and JavaScript have some similar functionalities like this. If you want to update this post. Suppose you have to update this post. The create one more request called update post. Here add request. Click on the in the post app. Click on add right click on this and click on the add post and name it as a update post and change it method to put. Instead of the post and get, you can click on the put method and here give the http column / localhost column 7662 / API. Don't forget this endpoint API / v1/post slash. I'm going to change my this post. That's why I'm copying this ID, and in the update post you can give this ID and body part and raw section. Come to the raw section JSON format JSON and give the new title, or you can update this Java and JavaScript are programming, or both are suppose both are the different programming languages. Suppose I'm giving this one, and in the body part make sure this in the course double quotes in the body part Java is a backend programming. Suppose I'm giving this backend programming language and backend programming, and JavaScript is there. Both JavaScript is supports. Suppose I'm giving here Java is supports only backend programming, and JavaScript supports only JavaScript supports both front end and backend, front end and backend programming. If you click on this button after giving this title and body, if you click on this button, see my post is updated with the same ID. ID is not changed, only the title and body part is going to change. Here, if you see here, Java and JavaScript both are different programming languages, and Java is supports only the backend programming, and JavaScript is supports both front end and backend programming. And if you see, observe this, my created time is same in the both post, but updated time is different. If you see observe here, updated time is 2024 11. Maybe the date is same, but time will be changed. See, time will be changed 450 36 37 seconds. Here we got the post updated successfully. Instead of the creation of the post, we have updated that one. That's why here we are getting the message called post updated successfully, and success is a true message. If you want to check this post is updated or properly not, in the get all post, click on here send button. See, instead of the previously we got Previously, there is a message called Java and JavaScript are both are different languages. Here we got the Java and JavaScript are the both are different programming languages. If you see this here message, what we have, both are not same. In the previous message, we have given the title called both are not same, but here it is updated to both are different programming languages. Here in this body part also are have similar functionality, but I have updated to the Java supports only the backend programming. JavaScript is supports only the front end and backend. Sorry, supports both front end and backend programming. If you want to click on here also, this one also updated to the new. See here, you click on the send button. See updated to new messages. If you want to delete one of the posts, like suppose I'm going to delete this one, like a Java application code or source code. Click on this, sorry, copy this id and come to my post. Click on these three dots and create the add post. Click on the add post and here give the name called delete post and change the method to delete method. Http column / localhost column 7662 / API /v1 / what is the endpoint we have given. Come to my VS Code, go to my app.js, here API /v1, and this post.routes.js. In the deletion of the post, we have post/id. Come to my Postman client, here ID you have to give this ID. I'm going to give the my Java application code. This ID I'm going to give in the delete post. Click on the send button. See, you will able to observe the status code is a 200 and the data we got the nothing because I have given the post is deleted. That's why the data is not there. Message also we got the post deleted successfully and success message is true. If you want to, in the creation of the post, I'm going to check the error also. How error is going to shown in the Postman. If you want to give this, suppose my post is there. Suppose mm, in the update message, I'm going to copy my same message here also. Suppose this post is, I'm going to test. I'm going to see the how error is. I'm going to see the how error is getting, like how error response is getting. I'm going to handle. Sorry, friends. I'm going to see the how error message is getting if you handle the errors. If you handle the errors. Suppose in the new post, I'm going to create. Here I'm going to create one more post. Intention of showing here creating the new post is that I'm going to show the how errors is getting, like how I handle the errors, and this after getting the error, how this error is how the error message is observing in the my console or my API. If you I'm going to giving here new title called um, Java is a backend programming language. Java is a backend programming language. In the body part also, Java and JavaScript has a similar function. I'm going to leave it the same body. If you click on the send button, see If you click on the send button, status code is the 201, post is created successfully, success is true message, and the data we got, the ID is generated is there, and the title and body part we got the same. Um, if we click on the once again with the same title, if you same title, leaving with the same title, if you click on the this send button, send button, status code is a we got the this error message is handled. We handle the error message. That error message we got here is the status code is a 400. Error is a error is a empty error we got here. Errors is a empty error we got, and success message is a false, and message we got the post already existed. We got the message called post already existed, and stack is a where the error is occurred. If you go to the source code here in the post.controllers.js, in the line number 13, here we getting the error. If you instead of the 400, you can give the 401 401. If you click on the once again this send button, see status code is changed to 401, and success is a false, and message we got the post already existed, and error message is coming from the error is thrown from the line number 13 in the file of post.controller.js. Like this we have handled the errors. If you if you haven't seen my previous video like handling the error middleware, you can watch in the my I'm leaving with that video in my cards. You can watch that, and you can come here and you can watch this video.
So in this session, we are going to connect or integrate my backend application to front-end app. You know that we have developed the one front-end application, that is the post, showing the post showing the post and creation of the post and delete the post and uh, update the post. We have did these tasks in the front-end application, but we have used the in the front-end application I have used the JSON placeholder. If you see this SRC in the API, post API.jsx, we have used the my base URL is the JSON placeholder.dpcode.com. Using this, we have configured the APIs like a get, delete, post, and update the post. Create post and update the post. But I have developed the backend application. Come to my backend application. I have configured and developed the implemented the my own APIs like a creation of the post, get all post, and update post and delete post. I'm going to connect this application to my front end application, my front end app, instead of the JSON placeholder. Before I'm going to run my application. Come to my terminal. This is my backend application. I'm going to npm run dev. I'm going to check my application whether the application is running or not. If the application is starting, node src slash index.js. See, MongoDB connection successful. Server is running on the port number 7662. Once test this application, localhost 7662 slash c. My health is my application is running smoothly. Status code we got the 200. Data we got the okay, message is health okay, success is true. Come to my front end part, change this one is with my base URL. This is my front end application. Here you can localhost 7662, and one more thing you have to change, one more thing you have to write here. One thing is like app.jsx. This is my backend application. Go to the app.jsx. Here you have to write this one also, slash API slash v1 version 1. front-end part slash API slash v1. Remove one slash here, and if you go to the backend application, if you see the where this coming from slash, it is going to the which route is it is going, like post route. If you check this post dot route slash post dot routes dot js, go to routes folder, post dot routes dot js. See, here we have to access the, if you want to create this route slash post dot get uh, post slash column id, like you have to update the single post, you have to using this id, we have to update. And if you want to delete the post, you have to use the slash post slash column id. And if you want to get all the post, slash post is the endpoint. And same like, if you want to get the single post, you have to use the slash post slash column id. Same way you have to configure in the front end application also. Maybe slash post slash id, you have to dynamically give the id here for deleting. For the posting also, post that also, you have to give the slash post with request body part, like post also. And the same the update also, slash post slash id, dynamically give the id part. And post means here it contains the some data. come to my Come to my components, post component. Before going to writing this, we have to check this whether the data is coming in the form of uh, whether the data is coming less smoothly, or like we have using this console.log, we have to check this get post. First go to my terminal and run the front end also. We have run the backend, uh, run the front end part also. npm run dev, npm run dev. Go to the browser and access the application. Localhost 5173. Inspect. If you want to see this console, that inspect, see what is the blocked by course quality access, is that not equal to the supplied origin. You have to change. Go to the my, you will able to here one error we got the access this is the course policy error. Course policy access control allow origin. Is this origin is actually, this is the like 5173 port, localhost 5173 port, this is the origin, but it will only allow the localhost column 3000 value. We have to change this policy, we have to change this origin in the backend. Come to my backend application, come to my index.js. Here, not index.js, come to my app.js. Here we have mentioned the localhost http column localhost. This one you can remove, the other way you can remove this one. Suppose once remove and check this whether the application is accessing from the, in the env I have mentioned the star means it will take the any, it will allow the any ip address and any port number from like means what is the course policy means, I'm giving access to my backend API. Like suppose this is my backend API. This is, it contains some APIs like a application. This contains some logic, my UI logic. I'm going to giving the access to my this application to my front end part to use this application, to use these APIs, my backend APIs to front end. I have to first allow that. I have to first allow my front end to access the backend part. That is the point here, course policy. That's why we have given star. Star means it is giving to allow to any IP address and any port number. Check and save this one and save this one also, and Once if you want to rerun this application, once again you can rerun. I want to rerun this npm run dev. See, MongoDB is connected. Come to my browser. Once again refresh this. See again it is getting this as blocked by force policy. Force policy. Once come to the my backend application // log http column localhost 5173. I'm directly giving the my address, my URL address to allow. If you want to check this, once again rerun npm run dev. Come to my front end part. If you want to refresh this front end part also, you can terminate this and npm run dev. To my web browser, see data.map. We got the data. We got the data here. If you want to check here, see in the data it going to present. It going to present here data 8 items it present. 8 items it present. I'm going to display this, but it not going to display here because of we have to do some configuration in the my front end application. Come to my front end part and come to my post here. Post here. One more data you have to take data dot status code. I have to check first before. Here I'm going to do the some more configurations here. Response dot data dot what is that status code? Status code equal to 200 equal to 200. We have to set this data. Here also you have to do the data. See, I am able to see my data here, but you have to do some more configurations in the here also. Data.map id, sorry, underscore id. Actually, my data content consists of the, if you see once again here, my data each and every object consists of the underscore id. I have to do here id. See, specify here id. Once again refresh this application. See, uh, my other warning is gone here because of I have destructured and I have aliased this name. Instead of the underscore name, we can use the id. See, I have to do the some more things here. Handle update, do id, handle delete post, handle delete post. If you go to the handle delete post id, you can use, but come to here. Actually, that current post is giving that just that response dot status. Actually, response dot data here we are giving here. Once again, if you want to check here, if you want to check what response you are getting, console dot of response dot response. If you want to check here, where I am checking here, if you want to delete Actually, I'm not going to perform this. I'm going to take a comment this handle delete. We click on this delete button. See, I'm getting the data. Data consists of the only inside the data. That's why I'm going to take the response.data. This is the mistakes we have. Mistakes while connecting to the external servers, like external server. That's why we are using the here Mongo, sorry, Node.js and Express.js to my React.js, and we have to again we have to do the restructure this instead of this data instead of doing this one, we have to do one more task I have to do here, like how in the map how we have did here, like underscore id, same like we have to do data delete this response consists of the column data column response. If it is deleted, we have to remove here where this current new updated post equal to data dot filter. Where this data is coming from. Data is coming from here. Where we have to do so much of things. Response dot status of first I'm going to comment this one and creation of this current post is coming from the data dot filter of the current post. New updated post is first data dot data dot set data dot filter. Data is a use state variable. Use state variable we have to send this to the this data, and set data we are going to send to the post sorry forms component. Here we have to get the set data of leave data of this one. Observe here current post dot id and here you have to do this update set update. Simply we are passing here set update. Here we are getting the You can directly change here. No, sorry, underscore id underscore id equal to id. Here you can change. You can update this one. No problem. You can update this one. Delete. Because of we are setting here directly that response.data.data, no problem, but here you have to compare with the underscore id. Because of my data consists of the current post consists of the underscore id, title and body part. You can set is a new updated post and data with a new updated post. uh, like here also set updated api into sending here updated API and set updated API to the form. Once come to the form, we have changed here. We have taken the one add data use state, set add data use state. Uh, this is the like variable. This is the function to update the this state. Update the state. If my length equal to 0 is empty, in that case we are going to create new form. But in suppose my data is not empty, I'm going to update this one. Check here, we are going to update with data api dot title and update data api dot body. We are going to update with this form with the updated data dot title and updated data api dot body. We are going to update. In the case of only it consists of some data. That's why we have used here. I have passed the dependency array as a updated data API. And update input, this is regarding the form, and add post. This is also when we click on this form, we are going to when the action is add, we are going to trigger the we are going to call the here it is going to call the add post data. In this add post we are going to only the call we are going to call the post data, and we are going to if the response is in the response status in the present response status, we are going to see here also data we are going to get. I'm going to name it as a response. Okay, see, same I'm going to doing here. And one more thing, response.data. Here also same way we have to destructure data. We are going to destructure. I'm going to aliasing as a response because of we have used that changing the all the variables at a time. You can change here. You can change here itself. You can minimize the changing updating the modifying the variables. Like if you want to change here means we have to change these all variables. These all variables like response.data also here. Instead of the changing all the variables, you can change here and you can update. You can make the you can use that one response. You can use like aliasing. I have destructured actually this update post and this once again I'm going to explain here this one. And this if you if you send the post data, if you send the post data, this will give the suppose I'm going to see here actually. If you do the console dot log off, actually this will give the if you take only the here response. Previously it contains of the response. It consists of the response. I'm going to trigger, and if you uh, give the some title, programming elements. Please like and subscribe my channel. Please like and subscribe my channel. if you like my content and explanation, if you like my content and explanation, some title and body I have entered, and if you click on this add button, see what is the response I'm getting. Means I'm getting the response like a some config object in the form of object, in that consists of the some key value pairs like a config file. But our actual data is present in the only in the column data dot column, and we have other things also there here, headers, request and status also. But actual data is uh, present in the data column of this id, and like id means this post id, like a newly created post id, and title we have given like a programming elements channel, and body also we have given please like and see if you see please like and subscribe my channel if you like my content and explanation. See, like title, this one is a programming elements channel, and created this time, and updated at updated means we haven't updated, means we haven't updated one time also. That's why this created at time and updated at the time is the same. If you try to update this one, it will going to update at the time going to change, and created time will be same. And id also automatically generated by the MongoDB. See, underscore id. That's why instead of giving here, I'm going to destructure here, or you can take the one more variable like a const data and response. You can do like this. Don't do like this because of there's a something message here. Data dot column of response. Destructuring with a data bit, but I am using other some more name. Like the response is my alias name to the data. This is a one object. This is one object is present in the uh, request, this post data function. This is one object, or you can take one variable or one object is present in the post data. I am making as a one alias name, another name to the my data. You can use that one as a your reference. So if you see here, if you click on give, if you give one more ad like a Big Bang movies. Please watch. Please watch Big Bang music. Some content I have given here. If you click on the add button, see response I get. Instead, previously we got in the form of like this, like config data and headers and request. But now I got only the here this data only with the status with id underscore id, title, body, and uh, message I got that post created successfully, and status code is the 201. Here 201, change with the status code, not status. Here also response dot data. We are going to send only this response data only. This body created a title and updated an underscore id. Here also you have to change, same like how in the add post we have changed. Here also you have to update, and the same this one also status. Here also you have to take the response dot data dot underscore id instead of the id. Sorry, what is the previous data means like this data consists of the only current object dot data dot underscore id with response. This one also response also gives the underscore id here in the both ways. Like here it is coming from the set data, this Here we are doing the update the post. That's why for updating post we are taking the, to update this post we are going to use the previous data. Previous data means this, or you can use the another way also, but we have taken here like a data from the here, which this where this actually it is coming from here, like data and set data. This function, this state function we are going to use the, here we are getting that, taking the previous data dot map. I'm going to doing here map function to iterate the, to iterate the each and every post. And if we want to compare with, if we do the conditional check with the response dot data dot underscore id, if this, in this case we are going to update with response dot data, otherwise we are going to leave with my current element or current post. I'm going to make empty the title and body, and I'm going to empty the my update data API. Set update data API I'm going to making as a empty. Come to my post also. Here it is okay. Come to my post also. Here also you have to change the status. Instead of this status, you can change the status code. Sorry friends. Uh, Here also you have to change the status code, and there I no did mistake. Status code and status code. Okay, we can go for the testing again. Click on this and see this. See, if you see this, we have updated these two things, and we created the new element, a new post like a programming elements channel. And please like and subscribe my channel if you like my content and explanation. This one and this one, and we have created from front-end application. If you want to create the new application, new post, sorry, new, not new application, new post, here you can give uh, front-end is developed using React.js or Angular. So here I'm going to give body part. Backend is developed using so many technologies like Java, Python, Node, .NET, PHP. These are the backend technologies. In the front-end part, I have given front-end is developed using the React.js. In the body part, I have given the backend is developed using the some content I have given. If you click on the add button, see response we got. If you see here also, we got the 10th post. His title is front-end is developed using the React and Angular, and backend is developed using the some using the any technologies like Java and Python and .NET and Node.js and PHP. If you want to edit this post, suppose if you want to, I have clicked here. If you want to edit this post, you can click on the edit button. See, we got here button also change it to edit button. I have to update this one. Is it there? Using any technologies like PHP and etc. Some more like I'm going to give Golang and etc. The technologies are there. Here in the front end also, title also I'm going to change with React, Angular or Next.js. There is a framework called Next.js also. You can click on the edit button. See, it is updated. See, if you come to the once again post, 10th post, front end is developed using the React.js and Next.js and React.js and Next.js and AngularJS. Backend is developed using the any technologies like Java, Python, Node, and PHP, Golang, and etc. See, post is updated successfully. if you want to delete any of these posts, like I'm going to delete this Big Bang movies, it is not related to my post. Actually, my post only contains some related information about the technologies only. That's why I'm going to delete my post. That it is deleted, and it here also this in the UI part also it is vanished, like it is not available here. Once again, I'm going to tell the each and every point what you have what I have did here. First, you have to check the in the course policy. Come to my backend part. Come to my backend first. First, you have to check the course policy and install the course library. This library using the npm install. Like what is the command to install means npm install course. Or you can refer the document also. I will show that course course in npm course in npm. You can refer this document as well. I will give in this in the description. Don't worry. How to use and how to apply, how to configure the course also. Then I'm going to remove this one and come here, and you have to give your must in the origin. You have to give whether the all the star means here in the env package env. I have given here star means allow the any IP address, or from anywhere you can access your backend APIs, or you can give the specific URL only, whether the coming only this front end URL only going to access my APIs. Next part is come to my front end application. In the API section in the base URL, you have to change with your URL pattern with some endpoint like API slash v1. If you don't know, you can check here in the my app.use slash API slash v1. You can check here. In this also other thing also, some endpoint also there. Like you have to give slash post dot id column id, and here also slash post to get all the according to the your request. Like you are doing the post request or you are doing the get request, it's going to change. If you're doing the get request, it's going to give the only post. If you calling the post request, it is going to create the post. Come here, and in the after giving here this one, I have did some configurations in my application. First configuration is that in the get post data method, here instead of this request is giving, again is giving the mm, something missing here, something fishing data dot status code. Okay, here it is okay, but uh, here it is okay. Here you have to change here request dot data dot status code, and you have to must and should write the condition only in the case of 200 only. In the success case only, I have to set the data my response dot data, or you can here also you can whether if you want it not like that data column response. Here you can like this also you can remove this one. Mhm. Here also we can remove the data response dot data response dot data. And if you once again you can check this here, come to my see, I have got the all the URLs. If you want to delete this, you can delete. This second element is gone. If you once again you can delete this programming elements channel. See, my programming elements channel element post is deleted. See, if you want to update this, both are both are both are not same. Are not same. Instead of different, I'm going to give this Both are not same programming languages. And click on the edit button. See, both are not same programming languages. If you delete this is not related to the my post. If you delete this, you can delete this. See, my application is running this. Next, come to my front end application, and the next update I have did here in the map, that data dot map, in the map function. Here actually this my data is giving the underscore id. Instead of the underscore id, I'm going to alias this. Instead of changing here all the way all the variables like where that id is using, instead of changing this, I have changed here. I have aliased this like underscore id column alias. Actually, it is going to, instead of using this underscore id, we can use the id. That's why we are not going to using this. Actually, using doing the aliasing, we can we cannot do the everywhere like where the id is using, we cannot do the change. Automatically, you can use the id where we want the id. We can use the id element, id variable. And one more change is like uh, where this here in the handle the delete post, handle delete post in the current post. Actually, in the each and every current post is giving the only underscore id, not id. That's why we have changed this instead of the id to underscore id. And come to my forms, where forms means because of my data is going to the form component. Here is my form components. In the component section, form.jsx. In this form.jsx, we have to update in the two methods. One is the add post data, another one is like update post data. And only these two methods only we are using this. First, in the add post data, here also, here we have to change here first we have to destructure the only data object. In this, we are going to alias this. The data object we are going to alias is using as a response, and we are going to checking this here whether the my response is correct coming that correctly or not using the console.log. And we have to use the, instead of here previously it is the only response.status, but I have changed it to the response.status code. Here also response.status code. And one more thing, one more is here map function. In the map function, here you have to giving here, actually this previous data is giving the, we are going to update here. Actually, we are doing the update post. In this update post, we are going to taking the each and every element using the map function. In this map function, actually this post data, this data contains this data consists of the only underscore id. That's why we have used the, instead of changing here in previously it is id, you have to change this one underscore id to underscore id. Here also this response also giving the only underscore id. This response also giving the only underscore id because of my MongoDB is in the form of underscore id only, not id. Because of underscore id is the only read only element. That's why we cannot change that id enter application. That's why we it is giving only in the form of underscore id. Like in the JavaScript, that underscore means that private variable, we cannot change that variable. Response.data.id underscore id. Here these two things only we have did, this one and this underscore id and this status code and this one. 1 minute friends, I'm going to switch on my. Okay, let's continue this. Next one more method is like this add post also. Here also we have did two things only. Here we have did, one is this one, and we have destructured the data column response. And in the console we are checking this, we are logging the response, what is the response is coming from. And in the condition we have changed this response dot, instead of the response dot status, previously it is the response dot status, now it is response dot status code. Same how we have changed in the update post data, Same like we have changed here also, but here in the set data it is not there, because of here it is updating, here updating this data, but here only we are directly we are adding to the this data. My integration is completed. We are going to once again test this application. Come to my here Angular, Angular and AngularJS are different 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 technologies. Title is different technologies, and here Angular is a front end framework, not and not backend framework. If you click on this add button, come to my scroll the application, and you will see this Angular and AngularJS are different technologies. Angular is a front-end framework, not a back-end framework. I have given the title and body. If you want to update this, suppose if you want to update this, click on the edit button. If you see here, Angular is a front-end framework, not back-end, but not backend framework, and Node.js is a backend technology. Click on the edit button. If you click on the edit button, see Angular and Angular are different technologies. Angular is a front-end framework but not back-end framework, and Node.js is a back-end technology. Suppose you have to delete anyone, first Node.js request, say delete. Then delete this. If you want to add one more element, say course is a Node.js package for providing the about course library. Click on add button. Let's come to here about course library. Course is a Node.js package for providing the connect and express, providing a connect or express middleware that you can be used to enable the course with the various options. Right. If you click on this button, see the post is deleted. If you want to change this, edit, click on this first React.js request. Also first React.js request handler. Request handler, click on the edit button, see this change. This third post is first React.js request and first React.js request handler. See, my application is running smoothly after completion of the integrations, integrating with the Node.js and Express.js application. We are going to deploy this in the future. In the future classes, we are going to see the how to deploy this my application into the Docker-like environments. That's all, friends. If you like my content and if you like my explanation, please like and subscribe my channel and support my channel.